What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to make a UFO. Now, here it is in all of its glory or not glory. If you don't like it very much, it's up to you. It's okay. I tried to play around with a few different colors to kind of break up the stone, because I originally made it all stone and then I had the glass, and then I added the nether brick, and then ended up adding that little black stone stuff. Just trying to make it a little bit more colorful and have a little bit more to it. It's all symmetrical, by the way. Here's the bottom of it. That's kind of like a beam. I didn't actually add anything in here. I actually added a row of nether brick blocks, so this would look a little more dark. Which ended up being a mistake, because it was really hard to place the glass after that, so I'll probably end up placing this in afterwards, the nether brick, but I wouldn't place it until after you put the glass on. So, oh, I got caught on the little rim. The space move, this is a 27 by 27. I did put the grid on the ground, as you can see, but I'm not actually going to be building this on the ground. I would recommend, obviously, building this in the air somewhere. You could even build it at world height if you wanted to. It's, let me actually see how tall it is. I'm not 100% positive on that. It's 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks, 4 blocks, 5, 6, 7. It's like almost, it's not quite 10 blocks tall, I believe. So if you're gonna build this at world height, I'd give yourself like 10 blocks to work with at least. Maybe even a little bit more, just because it's hard to count with all the slabs. But the materials you need to build this are stone. You might actually need more than, I think you need like right around 9. Stone slabs. Stone stairs. Nether brick block. Nether brick slabs. Polished black stone brick slabs. Black stained glass blocks, or whichever you prefer. I would go with black just to fit the color scheme. Sea lanterns. And I think that's it. So, what I would do is, if you were building this in the air, I would count up. If you're building this in the air, you shouldn't really have problems with spacing. But the space is a 27 by 27, so if you're going to be building this in an area where it is kind of populated and you need like a specific space, that's how big it is. It doesn't really get to that radius until about the third block up, I think. Alright, so starting from the front left-hand corner of your 27 by 27 road call per minute, you want to count right by 11. And backwards by 7, I believe. And then you want to, in the air, on this block, you want to place an upside-down polished black stone brick slab. So basically, I would just place a row up and then kind of curve around it and just find a way to place that slab there. You then want to bring it right by 4. Back diagonally to the right by 1. Right 1. Back diagonally to the right by 1. Back 1. Back diagonally to the right by 1. Back by 4. Back diagonally to the left by 1. Back 1. Back diagonally to the left by 1. Left 1. Back diagonally to the left by 1. Left by 4. Forward diagonally to the left by 1. Left 1. Forward diagonally to the left by 1. Forward 1. Forward diagonally to the left by 1. Forward 4. Forward diagonally to the right by 1. Forward 1. Forward diagonally to the right by 1. And right 1. Just like that. So you should have a circle. It looks a lot bigger than the one below it, but I can assure you it's same size, considering the way that Minecraft actually does a really good job at making things proportioned like that. Like, That looks so small from here, but really it's a decently sized building, IHOP. And like that circle is just smaller actually than this circle here. It's the inside of it. So what you want to do is you want to place a row of upside down stone stairs inside of this row of polished black stone brick slab, or upside down stone stairs. I think I said stairs. And then inside the upside down polished black stone brick slabs. And then obviously it does want to rim around, and once it hits a point where it wants to kind of connect diagonally like there, like all these corners, it does want to do that, and it should kind of create a little trim like that below it. Also, just a random thing, if I can make a video every day until October 18th of this year, I will have made a video for 1,000 straight days. That's absurd. I think in 2022, I'll probably end up, like, stopping a little bit. Just because, well, not, like, beginning of 2022. I don't really want to, like, stop for a long time. But, like, I'll probably end up missing a few days at some time in 2022. I just want to get to 1,000 straight days of making a video, and then after that, I can miss days. I really don't care. But I still do want to post as often as I can. Except for, like, I don't want to double up, obviously, on certain days. Anyways, with that out of the way, just a little fun fact. On top of this row of polished black stone brick slabs upside down row, you want to place a row of stone. This is actually pretty simple so far. So far. It's the last couple of things that we have to do are both extremely difficult. Well, I guess not extremely, but they aren't easy. I'll say that much. You then want to place a row of upside down stone stairs, or upside down stone slabs outside of that row of stone blocks. And you do not want to connect it diagonally like you do with the stairs. You don't want to place one there, you want to leave that open. So what I was saying about 2022, it's because I'll have the ability to get a job at some point, so I'll probably have to kind of slow down because of that. Especially with school as well. But, yeah. Then what you want to do is you actually want to place a row of nether brick block up diagonally outwards by one from that row of upside down stone slabs. I don't know why I keep saying stairs. Now for this, there is one thing that will change. And that is when you hit these corners where there will be two one-block diagonals, right there, you want to place a block in between those two diagonals, so you should have more of like a squared-off shape. Everywhere else, it wants to be the same. It wants to just be, so it's basically 5, 2, oops, and then it's going to be 2, and then back 1, and then 2, and then 5. So basically it's the same as what we have been doing with the slabs, except it wants to be with blocks, and it wants to have one little difference, which is the blocks. Which I will show you an overhead of what we have so far, just like that. Looks pretty decent so far. I don't know, it's up to you if you even like this. What you then want to do is you want to bring the middle block of the rows of 5, you want to bring it outwards by 5. This part is optional. It will be important though with the way that it works. So if you don't want the nether brick like 4 sections, then instead of placing nether brick blocks here, you want to place upside down stone slabs. It will be important that you do make sure that you place one of those two. Alright, just like that. Now we kind of have like a little bit of a, I don't know what that is. Then what you want to do is from any of the diagonals, it doesn't really matter which one, you want to, I'm choosing the front one just for direction purposes, but you want to bring it left by 2, back diagonally to the left by 1, left 1, back diagonally to the left by 1, left 1, back diagonally to the left by 1, left 1, back diagonally to the left by 2, back 1, back diagonally to the left by 1, back 1, back diagonally to the left by 1, back 1, back diagonally to the left by 1, back 1, and then you should be at the next diagonal. So that's one section of 4 done. If you want, you can just make all 4 without my instruction. However, I will do instruction for, I guess, all 4 of them. I might only do 3, we'll see. But then from this block, you want to go back by 2 additional nether brick blocks. Back diagonally to the right by 1. Back 1. Back diagonally to the right by 1. Back 1. Back diagonally to the right by 1. Back 1. Back diagonally to the right by 2. Right 1. Back diagonally to the right by 1. Right 1. Back diagonally to the right by 1. Right 1. Back diagonally to the right by 1. Right 1. Then you're at this next line. Then go right 2. Forward diagonally to the right by 1. Right 1. Forward diagonally to the right by 1. Right 1. Forward diagonally to the right by 1. Right 1. Forward diagonally to the right by 2. Forward 1. Forward diagonally to the right by 1. Forward 1. Forward diagonally to the right by 1. Forward 1. Forward diagonally to the right by 1. Forward 1, and then for the last one, you're at this line again. So forward 2. Forward diagonally to the left by 1. Forward 1. Forward diagonally to the left by 1. Forward 1. Forward diagonally to the left by 1. Forward 1. Forward diagonally to the left by 2. Left 1. Forward diagonally to the left by 1. Left 1. Forward diagonally to the left by 1. Left 1. And then forward diagonally to the left by 1, and then left 1. Now, next up, you want to make the outer circle and the lines pop with a row of nether brick slabs. So you basically want to place a row of nether brick slabs on top of the outer circle and the lines that move to the inner circle. Do not place it on the inner circle. You can if you want, but I did not. Basically, that inner circle kinda is just different. It's kinda an offset, almost, because the next thing that we're gonna be doing would basically cause that circle to be a little bit, like, weird if you double layer it. So I wouldn't recommend doing so. You can, but I don't know, I have to sneeze. No? Okay, I guess not. I don't know what's worse, just actually sneezing or feeling like you have to sneeze and not sneezing. Alright, just like that. Then, next up, you want to fill in the 4 little outer segments in with upside down stone slabs at this, basically at the center of this. So where you have this bottom row of nether brick blocks, that's where you want to fill in with upside down stone slabs. So it should be directly in the middle. There should be half a block of nether brick sticking out on the bottom and the top of those stone slabs. Except for obviously on the inner row, because again, that's just different. I feel like this is one of the harder ones to build for me, because of the way that it's so, like, intricate. Like, the planetarium, sure, its neighbor over there, was hard because of the dome, but the dome didn't, like, I don't know, the dome was the only part that was really, like, different about it that was hard. Like, with this, everything about it is just different. Because it's all sorts of weird shapes and weird, like, designs and colors and everything. So, yeah. Also, sister locations should hopefully be coming soon as far as tutorials are concerned. It is still in the working, but I am almost done with it. I have gotten, I believe I have like 3 rooms. Well, I have the one at the end of, I think I have like 2 and then the little mini FNAF version of it, which I'll probably build it, I guess. Or I might even do that as a separate, like, tutorial. Like, I could start FNAF Sister Location and then break it in half once we get to that point. I don't know. It'll definitely be how I made most of FNAF 4 in how it's in multiple parts. Basically, the main Sister Location building and then the, FNAF, kind of classic FNAF style of it. I won't do the living room, though, because that, I will not. Sorry, I said won't, weird, but just I don't really have a need to do that. Alright, next up. You want to... Oh, wait, I forgot to do the, oops, I forgot to do the extra nether brick block on these corners here, sorry. I was like, wait, that looks wrong, and it is. It didn't make a difference to the final product, really. But yeah. You should have something that looks exactly like this, or similar. Depends on how you did your colors. I actually kind of like how that looks. I don't know why. Anyways, you want to bring every single nether brick slab in the line inwards by an additional block. Just like that. And then what you want to do is you basically want to place a row of nether brick slabs, a circle of nether brick slabs inward diagonally upwards from this row of nether brick slabs. So basically, from this front diagonal, we'll go left 2, back diagonally to the left by 1, left 1, back diagonally to the left by 2, back 1, back diagonally to the left by 1, and then back 1. Just like that. So kind of try and get an angle on it that you can differ it from the other stuff, from the other nether brick. Just like that. And then you want to do that on all 4 sections. I'm not going to instruct you with this one because it's pretty self-explanatory in the way that it's basically just inward diagonally from the nether brick blocks. And also, make sure for all these that you are not, like, whenever you place a diagonal like there, you are not leaving them, because it will make a difference. It will make a big difference on the final product if you do leave the diagonals. Unless I instruct you to do otherwise, which I don't actually think I will have to. Alright, just like that. You then want to place a row of stone inside of the row of nether brick slabs. Again, making sure that you do not place the diagonals. Here, it doesn't really matter as much. However, it might make the next step a little bit more confusing. And it's easy to place it anyways. You don't have to, like, destroy much. You can just place it directly on the slab. Like that. Well, inwards on the slab, you get the point. That actually looks really weird, because that's the triple stone now. So let's change that a little bit. On top of the row of upside down stone stairs here on the bottom, you want to place a row of sea lanterns. You don't have to do this step. If you don't, I would recommend filling this in with something. What you could even do is maybe you could place like a row of, say a light blue ceiling like here. Or like, yeah, what you could do is you'd have the sea lanterns above the stairs. If you're in, bedrock, it will shine through the stairs. So if you want, you could just cover this up in a normal block and call it a day. However, I'm still going to cover it up in sea lanterns at this level, so just kind of fill it in. But I would definitely fill it in with something so it doesn't have a gap there. And if you have the ability to, what I would actually recommend trying to do is placing like a beam of light blue and maybe cyan glass kind of going down. Maybe not like placing it with every block, but just kind of like placing it in like a spiral shape almost, to give it a light effect of a beam. There is a shadow there as well, which is really annoying. It also looks weird with the red, because you never see the red whenever I make builds. Alright, next step. Do you want to place a row of black stained glass blocks inward diagonally upwards from the row of stone at the top here. Now, when you hit the corners, like where you have the 2 diagonals, you just kind of want to place the same thing that we did with the nether brick down here, where you kind of have like a angle almost, like a 90-degree angle. Just like that. Now, You want to bring the center blocks in the row of 5. Let me double check this. I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but I'm just gonna double check to make sure. Yeah, okay. You want to bring the center block and the 5 diagonals, or the 5 long rows, up by 1. Inward diagonally up by 1. Or no. Inward diagonally up by 2, sorry. Inwards by 1. Inward diagonally up by 1. And then inwards by 1. So I'll try and show you from the underside how it looks, because it's a little bit better with the, it's better seeing it over the, light blue sky rather than the sea lanterns for some reason, and I don't know why. But yeah, just like that. Then what you want to do is you basically want to, at the top, you want to place another black glass in each corner, so you should have a 3x3 square at the top. I'm going to have to show you this on the underside, and I'm really sorry that the view is bad. Yeah, I'm going to actually try night vision. This is either going to make it worse or better. Yeah, or not change it at all. Alright. Then what you want to do is you want to, at every single side where you have the row of 5, you want to place a black glass left and right of this second block up here. So you should have 3 on top of the 5, just like that. Then what you want to do is you want to bring the next one up. You want to bring it left and right by 1, or forward and backwards by 1 on every single section. And then you want to bring it down diagonally so it kind of fills in the side gap there, just like that. I know this is a bad explanation, but it's very similar. If you build the planetarium, it is very similar to that in the way that this dome is shaped. It's just a smaller version of it, basically. But yeah, just like that. I'm going to show you from the inside again. I'm sorry. Also, if you're... Hang on. Before we finish this, I do want to say, if you're building this in the future and tinted glass is available, I would recommend to use that instead. Because that doesn't have the little lines, or like the little, like those little lines, and it also will block out any light, which I think is a better, like a better kind of look for it. Especially since if you're going to have light in there, as well as if, like, it's nighttime. If it's daytime, it won't really make a difference, except for from the inside. But if it's nighttime, I think it would be better for the tinted glass, which it would probably make more sense if this was seen at nighttime. But yeah. Then what you want to do is you basically want to, at this upper row of 2, you kind of want to copy what you did at the bottom. So you basically want to connect this inner row of 2 around in a square shape, going around the other square, just like that. Again, I'm going to show it from the bottom. And then you want to bring the remaining block, which is this one, left and right, or forward and backwards by 1 each, so it kind of lines up with the other 3. Just like that. And then you want to fill in the available space in with diagonals. So basically no 2 blocks in this area should be touching. Here, I'll show you again from the inside for what the diagonal should look like. Just like that. Basically, we only need to place these 3 right here. Because these 2 already should have been placed, so you just connect them together with a diagonal, and then you connect the rows of 3 together with 2 diagonals. I'm going to probably trap myself in here. I'll try not to. Oh, no, that was needed. Just like that. And then I'll go to the outside for this final one. Sorry if that was hard to see, this last step, because I know that that was like a really weird one, but... Yeah, hang on. Let me actually see if that's how this one was built. Okay, yeah, it basically is, I think. Yeah, that is how it is. What you can do is you could actually, like, place an additional black glass here on every single side as well. It really doesn't make much of a difference. I would just leave it without, but it's up to you. But once you're done, ladies and gentlemen, that is your UFO complete. Let me see if I can get both in the shot, because they're okay, yeah, they're so small, too. So it's easy to do that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video, and hope you guys did enjoy this video. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.